I've recently come to the realization that we genuinely live in a dystopia. And not like a lot of the dystopias I've seen, but more so like Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. If you've read this book, like you've probably seen it too. But if you haven't read the book, let me just give you a quick little summary. Basically, there are a few classes of human that are genetically different from each other. It's alpha, beta, gamma, epsilon, delta, I think. It's been a little while since I read the book. But essentially, each class is given a role in society. The alphas are smarter, stronger, taller. Basically, these are like the super elites of society. These people, they make art, they make music, they spend their time creating. They take all the benefits from all the work of the other groups. Epsilons are the bottom, if I remember correctly. Epsilons are at the bottom. They are mentally unable to do anything past the rudimentary job they're assigned at birth. So one of the epsilons in the book was an elevator operator, and he literally could not comprehend doing anything other than operating the elevator, and he loves it because that's all his brain will allow him to comprehend. He doesn't understand that there's anything past operating the elevator. And I just went to Thailand, which, if you're unaware, is a third world country. And I came to realize that, not even in like a disrespectful, like, haha, they're dumb, like sense, but a lot of these people in these third world countries are genuinely epsilons. And people like me and maybe you that live in America, we are the alphas. And this is sad. This is so sad. The most untapped resource that we have, in my opinion, is human ingenuity. And there's so many places all across the world where people literally just do not have the resources to become a grand achieving member of society. In Thailand, at least in the places I went, if you play your cards perfectly, literally you get a good starting hand, you get like good rolls, like you do everything right, you're going to be working at 7-Eleven. That is going to be your future. If you do everything to a T, that is where it caps out. And it was just so saddening to go there and realize that like they genuinely, because Thailand makes a lot of its money from tourism, most of the people there, like their whole life is all about just appealing to people from another country that speak a language that they don't really understand. Your whole value over there essentially is just how well can you appease rich people from another country. And it made me think, if I was one of them, I would hate Americans, absolutely despise them. Mostly out of jealousy, because like, what do you mean literally just because of where, or mainly because of where you were born? It's just straight up luck. Because of where you were born, that just decides your place in this world. Because they were born in Thailand, in a poorer country with much less opportunities, much worse education, their quality of life, unless they get super lucky, is capped out at like near the bottom of if they were born in America. Their life is capped out at like a 9 to 5. What? For me, at least, I'm born in America. I'm pretty lucky. I've never had to worry about whether or not I'm going to be eating dinner tonight. I don't think I really have a cap on where I can go. And I've never really thought about that. I mean, it's just always been there. It's hard to really appreciate the air you breathe because you never really have to worry about not having air to breathe until you're underwater. And these people have been born underwater and they don't even know they're underwater. Or maybe they do, but they've realized that there's not going to be an opportunity to come up for air. And it made me think, what can I do about this? What can anybody do about this? Because yes, Thailand does make a lot of money from tourism, but almost all of that money goes to like the mega corporations. I hate using that term because it makes me sound so like woke, but it's true. It goes to all the mega corporations that own the humongous malls and shopping centers and resorts and stuff like that. And none of it goes to the regular people, like the janitors, the receptionists, the 7-Eleven workers. When I was getting change from that 7-Eleven, I watched the cashier count on her fingers to to do 40 plus 20. I saw that and it wasn't even funny. I was like, oh my God, the world has failed these people because they just do not receive the education or the opportunities to make any sort of change for the position that they're in. So I think for somebody like me, and maybe somebody like you, who's born with the opportunities, and maybe not like the opportunities just already carved out for you, but if you live in America, you're probably just, walking around. You might be brushing shoulders with somebody that could bring you into a higher status. People say college is all about networking. That's like the main thing, is building connections. But in Thailand, who are you going to be building connections with? The janitor down the street? The receptionist at the resort? You're not building connections with anybody higher than you. You can't really, because they all live elsewhere. So for people like you, me, other people that live in first world countries, it really is on us to create opportunities and heighten the living standards and education standards and give these people opportunities to change the world. Because why do I deserve to have the ability to change the world over somebody in Thailand or Nigeria or Malaysia? I don't understand why I have that opportunity and they don't. I'm not saying I'm not grateful. I am so grateful. And because I am so grateful, I think it is on me to create some change in any way I can, but I just don't even know what I'm supposed to do. This is just such a huge problem. Such a huge, monumental, multiple century in the making issue, right? And it seems like nobody cares. Really, it seems like nobody cares. And I understand that I wasn't helping by going to visit this country, but I didn't really have that perspective until I went and I saw it for myself. And I was disgusted and frightened, honestly, because that could have been me. I could have been born there and had nothing, literally nothing. Worrying about what I'm going to be eating tonight, worrying about whether or not I'm going to have my job tomorrow. And I'm so grateful to have the luxury to care about stupid things like my subscriber count on this YouTube channel or how many views I get. I check that. I can't even lie. I do check that. But this is the most inconsequential thing ever. These people don't get the luxury to be worried about that. These people don't get the luxury to be worried about creating actual change. They have to care about whether or not they're going to be eating food tonight. And that's almost all of them. If you are a rich person in Thailand, you probably are not Thai. You probably came from somewhere else. Maybe you invested in a resort. You invested in one of the giant shopping malls. And that is where you made your money, from exploiting these people. And that's the worst part. It seems like people generally, unsurprisingly, don't really care about helping these people or giving them opportunities, because giving them opportunities helps everyone. If everybody is educated, everybody can meaningfully contribute to how we run the world. That is better for everyone. I think if everybody's oh yeah, no shit, dude, grass is green. But I don't understand why it isn't a top priority to have more minds, more smart minds working on every problem that we have. Education is this might be a bar. Education is the foundation of, not proclamation, that doesn't work. Education is the foundation of change, essentially the foundation of change and moving forward. And when we literally have so much of the world that is just literally unable to contribute to that because the people have bigger fish to fry, like whether or not they're going to be eating tonight, and they can't be worried about what they're going to get on the math test because they're so hungry, what can I do? I don't know what I can do. I understand that this is such a huge problem that thinking what can I do might seem like redundant, or not redundant, but just pointless, because this isn't a single person to be fixed, or this problem can't be solved by a single person. Yo, this dude just rolled by the most baller car ever, bro. Anyway, what can I do? I feel like as somebody who has been blessed, absolutely blessed with these opportunities, I have to do the most that I can, but I don't even know what I'm supposed to do. So I think I'll just do what I know will help, and that's spread awareness. This is a huge, huge, huge problem. And as much as I loved going to Thailand, everything there was cheap, everybody there was nice. It literally just feels like they are epsilons and I'm like a beta or an alpha. Like, it seems like their life, the way this system is set up, their life is genuinely just there to like increase the quality of my life. And it's not because I've done anything special to earn that. It's because I was lucky and I got born into an American household with the opportunities to go and take a vacation somewhere in Thailand. It's literally just luck. I have done nothing to earn this. They have done nothing to be cursed with that fate. And we need to do something about it. So text your mom this, text your dad this, text your friends this. Let them all know, man. The more people we can get on this, and yeah, this isn't news. This is not like a new invention discovered by me. But I think the more we know about this, the more we're talking about this, the more change can be made. Because we have so many problems as a society, and more smart minds on that will help us fix those problems. And having people condemned, literally condemned, to just essentially be slaves. Let's just keep it a buck. They're essentially slaves. If you don't have the opportunity to change the circumstances that you're in, and those circumstances are against you, in my opinion, you're kind of a slave. And that's what they are. That's what these people in these third world countries, especially with a lot of tourism, are. Trapped. So we just spread awareness. Keep it in your mind. Don't let it disappear. And yeah, let me know if there's anything that you can think of that would help. Let me know. Leave it in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell.